Booneville coach Michael Smith. Coach, what a impressive defensive performance in the second half, holding Baldwyn to 8 points there.
I didn't realize it was 8 points until after the game, and the assistant coach said, "You realize he's got 8 points and a half?" And I said, "No." They just missed shots. They made those shots in the first half, and I think we did a good job of pushing them out a little bit further and took away anything inside, and they kind of got in a situation where they shot a lot of threes. Best thing, we felt like it run a lot of time off, and it shortened the game where we didn't have to guard them as long and wasn't as many possessions, and especially in the fourth quarter. I know the first we had the ball and they had the ball, and it took over a minute off the clock, and that was big with a 14, 15-point lead.
Right.
But it was impressive defensively. I mean, they really communicated well and got out there on them and pushed them out farther than they were comfortable shooting the ball.
Agreed. So after they beat y'all here on this on your home court for the Prentiss County Tournament title, did you guys kind of have it circled this date right here for senior night, or in the back of your mind anywhere?
I don't know if the kids do. I mean, I know it's a big rivalry, and they're good enough they may not lose another game all year. And I told them that after the game. I mean, they're as good as anybody we've been on the floor with. I mean, they're that good, and they're that well coached, and they're a matchup problem because of their size. And we just try to tell these kids, and they don't always do it, but every game is the biggest game of the year when you play it. And whoever you play the next one, now it's the biggest game of the year, and not to try to take any night off and make sure you do it the right way. But I know it means a lot to them. They're not dumb. When they walk in and the gym is full, they know it's a bigger deal, and it's a bigger deal. Coach McKay and I are ready to start the tournament and hope everybody gets through healthy, and it's a good game for the communities. It's a big deal for our communities.
Right, and speaking of that, what a loud crowd it was tonight. Both student sections were packed. All the crowd just completely loud atmosphere.
It was a playoff type game. I mean, it really was. And the best thing about it is kids made a lot of adjustments in the game because they can't hear anything you're saying, and they were smart enough to handle some situations, and the kids played really well.
Right.
That's kind of one of the first times they put together kind of every phase of the game, and very proud of them, the way they played.
So you said you clicked on every phase of the game. Do you think that you're clicking that way as you head into the division tournament next week?
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, you can, just for this particular game, we played it. This game we played about as well as we could. Now, the next game is a different game. And, you got to treat them all at the same level. But we shot it well. We didn't turn the ball over. We defended, we rebounded, and did those things. And you just hope you do it consistently, but you never know. I mean, you lose and you don't do those things if it's to be done. So you got to hope from this game they carry it on and go forward.
Agreed. So let's get into the game. The first half, 3 balls going up everywhere. It's back and forth, back and forth. You get the 1 point lead, right at halftime. What's going through your thoughts at halftime?
I thought they had shot it about as well as anybody would play. I mean, they hit 6 or 7 threes in the first half, and they had 31 points. So they hadn't had many field goals inside, and we were proud that we were in foul trouble in a spot or two, but we made it to the half and it was close. And I just felt like it'd be a game where the last possession of the game we win it or lose it. And we had no idea that we stretch it out like we did. And, just had no idea.
Right. And then individual aspects. I know Duke Upshaw, fantastic 8th grade for Baldwyn, held him to 6 points, all of those in the second half. I think Kenny Paul, I've noticed he was guarding him a lot down low, did a great job on him.
Kenny just alters shots. You don't get, he may not block it, but he alters it. And he had a lot of size advantage on Duke. To me, he is not an 8th grader. I mean, he is a great player, just happened to be in 8th grade, but he plays as well as anybody's juniors and seniors. I told him after the game I'll be glad when he has senior night and we don't have to see him anymore. He's a problem. He's a good player.
No doubt.
They did a good job on him. They did a really good job of taking away the penetration of the guards and just pushing them far enough where it was 2 or 3 feet behind the line when they caught it. And that's a big thing. A really big thing.
And then I know Duke didn't score the first half, neither did Kenny Paul, but he came in. I think he had 4 blocks, ended up with about 8 or 9 rebounds, 10 points total. Another just solid night for him.
Yeah, he don't have to score to be a factor. And he took a big charge down there. And he just does a lot of little things that you want to have a player that does that, and he happens to be a better kid than he is a player, and that helps. I mean, he is committed to being the best he can be, and we just talked to him at halftime about he had to be more active. Not get caught in standing, and what we were trying to do in the first half offensively probably tied him down a little bit, but it really helped us, helped our guards get involved in the game, shooting it better.
Right, and then let's talk about, I know it was announced before the game Keldrick was wearing number 3. Was that for a special reason?
Those 2 kids are like brothers. I mean, they've grown up together, and we usually don't do that stuff, and they just kind of said they wanted to do it, kind of tribute to each other.
Okay.
To kind of a cool thing to play for each other, and they've always been one's there, the other one's there. And I always say that whoever gets one of them better take both of them, because I don't know if either one of them would be very good without the other one.
True, a good point. And then
they just know each other. I mean, they play together since they're babies, and they just know what the other one's going to do on the floor.
And then Jake led you with 13 points. Darius as well added in 12, and just Keldrick added 12.
It's a lot of balance.
Solid, yeah, I'm about to say a balanced really attack, and your next 2 had 7 points. So I mean, you're right there together. Just no big impressive number scoring. Do you think that's a big key to y'all success?
I do. I think that people can really key on 1 or 2 if you've got somebody scoring 30 every night. And it's big when Jake hits shots. It's big. And then when he's confident, he's playing well, and he played one of his better games, not just shooting it, but a floor game. And it's just a big deal when he makes shots, and everybody else kind of played off of it. I thought we passed the ball really well and hit each other when they were open. And that may have been the difference in some of the shots. We hit good shots because we were unselfish. I got a crew, don't I?
You do have a great crew here, and I know that they're probably getting towards their bedtime, so I'll wrap it up here, Coach.
Halftime is a lot more stressful at our house than these games. I promise you that. It's a tough time.
Oh, well, Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate you and wish you good luck at the end of the